Good. My name is, I'm General Jonathan McColumn, Brigadier General McColumn, and I am the Course Commander of the 103rd Expeditionary Sustainment Command. And I find great pleasure to talk about or mention something about a great month coming up next month, February, which is known as Black History Month. And in light of Black History Month, there are a few things that I can, in my mind, relate to military commanders and individuals and civilians alike who are looking forward to us doing great things that we have to do in the military to ensure the safety of the nation. And the one thing that I can say about Black History Month from the very bottom of my heart is that, quite honestly, maybe this sounds a little bit strange, but I look forward to the day where we don't really celebrate Black History Month, but instead we just celebrate American Month. But the reason that we find ourselves celebrating Black History Month is that once upon a time, we know that there was a time in the nation that minorities weren't recognized perhaps for their performance, for their skills, and for their abilities. Times have changed, and we're seeing a difference. And as time has progressed, even up to this point in my life, I cannot say that I could have known that I would one day wear the rank of Brigadier General, but I've always known that there was a possibility as a result of what this nation stands for and what the United States is all about. But in light of Black History Month, this is a great opportunity to look across the great divide. We have a black president, we have others who are performing well. I think that the country is well saturated with minorities who are doing well, who progress well, and as a result of their performance, as a result of their skill sets, they too, like I, have achieved and made great strides in strategic positions across the Army, across the military, and across in other areas. I'm in a very unique position in this command with two others who have joined me, that by virtue of performance, and I would say by virtue of performance alone, a historical aspect has taken place right here at the 103rd Expeditionary Sustainment Command. For the very first time, I am the first black commander. We have the very first black Command Sgt. Major, and we also have the very first Command Executive Officer. And the uniqueness about this is that it happened by performance, that no one, I don't believe anybody had any hand in placing us in these positions, but by skill sets, by performance. We were all selected to these positions at different times and continued to manage. And quite honestly, it wasn't until perhaps a week ago, a week and a half ago from February that we understood that we were all, the command executive group were all black Americans. And that was kind of unique. And the uniqueness about that is that it seems to me that the three of us, and I can speak for myself especially, clearly accepted that color clearly has no bearing in excellence in the 103rd Expeditionary Sustainment Command, but that we're about professional excellence, a culture of professional excellence. And because we've done that, I don't think, and from my perspective since being in the command for about a year now, that no one else has even chided or made the statement that we have a pure strategic staff that is comprised of three black Americans. So I find that to be kind of interesting, that everybody goes on as though nothing has changed. There's nothing different. And I think that's great. And that speaks volumes as to where we are today, that if you can perform well, that if you do your job, that if you allow people to maximize their inward inhibitions and maximizing their skill sets, using their ideas, that you can be successful, treating everybody the same, regardless of where they came from, regardless of their skin color, regardless of their backgrounds. The only thing that should matter to me in this command is that we're all aiming our weapons in the very same direction and not turning our weapons on each other. And I truly believe that in the 103rd Expeditionary Sustainment Command that we're doing just that our focus is on excellence, focusing on being the very best that we can be, that mediocrity is not accepted in this command. And everybody knows that, and they know that because I've lived it, and I've, for the most part, using the quote-unquote word, preached it in every presentation, in every formation. Everybody's heard the same thing, that when we get down, when we do our push-ups, when we do our sit-ups on the physical fitness test, that the goal is to max out and do the very best that you can. That mediocrity, getting up after you've done 20 push-ups, is no longer acceptable. I believe this is the very same mindset that has benefited me in my career, even from a kid, ensuring that and being told that I need to be the best that I could be, that getting the best grades, doing the best, that by the time, at the conclusion of a project, that I have the assurance inside that I've done the best that I could. And I have to say that most of that has to be rooted in the spiritual aspects of my life, where I've trusted God and where through His Word and through Scripture I've learned that I need to strive to be the best, that hard work pays off, that diligence pays off, that respect for people pays off. As a result, I would say that I've benefited well and still enjoying it, and look forward to success as we continue.